Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Sonic 4 and what happened in Sonic 3 that connects to Sonic 4. If you haven't watched Sonic 3, do not watch this. Do not watch this. And obviously, Sonic 3, here's the poster. It looks so good. Who knows what Sonic 4's poster will be. So, we're going to talk about a few things. Sonic, Amy, Silver, Robotnik, Shadow. Well, first we're going to talk about Shadow. So, Shadow, he hasn't died. And here you can see, did Shadow die in Sonic 3? Sonic and his friend... No, not this. Will Shadow be in Sonic 4? Will Shadow be back in Sonic 4? In Sonic 4. In short, Shadow is still alive. Amy Rose is finally in the mix, and Sonic is introduced. Those are all this. Okay, we're not talking about Sonic right now, but see, since Shadow's alive, I think he's gonna join Team Sonic back. I don't know about you, but I think Shadow's gonna join Team Sonic in Sonic 4, along with Amy. Shadow will probably, I think Shadow will come at that time to, like when Sonic is defeating Team Sonic, I think Shadow will make a grand entry at that time and like turn some Metal Sonics into scrap. I think that's what Shadow will do. I think he'll come mid movie and just destroy some Metal Sonics. And then Team Sonic will start destroying the rest of them. And then obviously more Metal Sonics will come. But I think that's what Shadow's going to do. Because he's probably not going to be there at the start of the movie. But I think he's coming somewhere in the middle. And he's going to join Team Sonic. And once Sonic gets because Sonic has duplicates. I don't know how they'll be able to defeat all the duplicates. Unless Tails turns Sonic. No, that won't work either. So yeah, Sonic can't defeat all the duplicates on his own with Tails and Knuckles. He needs somebody a little more powerful. Like Shadow. Shadow can teleport and he can just boom, boom, boom and defeat all those Metal Sonics. Because he can just teleport super fast and you know what he did to Knuckles in Sonic 3 in the start of the movie. He can just do stuff like that. And what he did to those police officers when he broke from that prison thing. When he broke out from that prison thing. He's probably going to do that to Metal Sonic. And he's probably just going to make a grand entry out of nowhere in Sonic 4. And now we'll talk about Robotnik. So Robotnik, he probably died. And that too on purpose because Jim Carrey is retiring. Is Jim Carrey retiring for Sonic 4? So, will Robotnik be in Sonic 4? He's likely not return. He will likely not return to play the roles he had in either of these 3 games after Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Probably because Jim Carrey is retiring. So, yeah, Sonic 4, don't expect Robotnik to be there. But who knows? There might be, like in Sonic 3, he wasn't supposed to be there either, but he was retiring. And then he said he'd only join the Sonic 3 cast if the team gives him a 24-karat gold script of Sonic 3. And that's what they did. So he might keep these conditions again for Sonic 4, and they might do that, and then he might join. Who knows? So, but don't expect Robotnik to be there, because I don't think he's there either. Now let's talk about Metal Sonic. So Metal Sonic, you saw that post-credit scene. And if you didn't, I'll explain it right now. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were doing a race, and Sonic went too far into the woods. And then Metal Sonic was creeping behind him when he was trying to figure out where his friends were. And then right when Metal Sonic was going to create a huge purple blast with his arm which was shaped in a gun, Sonic just dodged it and said, pro tip on target on destroying the fastest creature in the world, or he said something like that. And then a whole army of Metal Sonics just surrounded Sonic in a circle and were closing onto him. And then a hammer came out of nowhere with a pink trail and started smashing all the Metal Sonics. And then the hammer, it was like a boomerang, which started smashing all the Metal Sonics, and then it went back to the owner who swung it. And obviously the owner was no other than Amy Rose. Amy Rose, Sonic 3. It was no other than Amy Rose. She was in the hoodie, so Sonic didn't know who she was. But when she revealed herself, Sonic still didn't know who she was, obviously. But she's obviously going to join Team Sonic with Shadow in Sonic 4. Now Sonic's going to be the main villain. And now So we talked about Metal Sonic and Amy, Shadow, and Robotnik. And now it's time to talk about who I think will also be in Sonic 4. Silver the Hedgehog. Silver is a time-traveling hedgehog, which you might know, who is from 200 years into the future, and he's a Mobius hedgehog. He travels 200 years into the past to solve all the problems in the past to make his reality better. So his reality is 2,227 if he's going to be in the movie, and he travels into 2027 because that's when the movie releases. So that's technically those calculations. So he's probably going to be there too. And he thinks that Sonic ruined his world. Sonic ruined it for him, and he comes to kill Sonic, or defeat him or destroy him. And he might have released Metal Sonic because Robotnik must have made Metal Sonic before he got involved with Shadow. He must have been making Metal Sonic. And then he was finally done. And then somebody must have released him. I don't think it was Stone because, like I said, Stone doesn't have it. I don't know if I said that. But Stone doesn't have any motivation to be a bad person. He just did it because Dr. Robotnik was his friend. So, yeah. So, who must have released him? Either Metal Sonic gained consciousness on his own, or Silver traveled to the past and he releases Metal Sonic. But I think Metal Sonic will gain consciousness on his own because I think Silver is going to be an ally. And even if he's not an ally, he's going to do what Knuckles and Shadow did. they teamed up with Sonic at the end. They teamed up with Team Sonic at the end. Because they realized what they were doing was wrong. So yeah. I think that's what, if Silver is the villain, that's what he's gonna do. So there might be 2 villains, there might be 1. I don't think there's 3 like there was in Sonic 3. I don't think there's gonna be 3 villains. But yeah. Yeah, so that's my theory of Sonic 4. And how Sonic 3 connects to Sonic 4, to my theory of Sonic 4 for me. Like, I already made a video on this, but that one I think it was worse than this one. And if you want more Sonic 4 and Sonic 3 and stuff content, then subscribe. Please get me to like 20 subscribers, please. Okay. Thank you for watching, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Comment who you think will be in Sonic 4. If you think Shadow, well, Shadow's obviously going to be alive. If you think Dr. Robotnik will be alive, and if you think Silver will be in the movie.